Final update. At the end of a family lunch, my sister said, "Please don't tag along next week. It'll mess with the vibe." My mom looked away. My dad didn't disagree. I smiled. That night, I canceled the group tour, froze the joint travel card, and removed my name from the trip insurance. At check-in, they were denied entry. My dad called 3 times. Then a message from my brother, "We can't board." "What did you do?" I texted back, "She actually said it." Eric spoke first. "You're right. I knew I should have said something when Claire said it. I didn't want to get into it and I didn't think you'd pull out." I looked at him. "You counted on me not pulling out. That's the problem." He nodded. Then Claire said quietly, "I was wrong, and I knew it. I thought I'd apologize at some point and it would be okay like always. But when you canceled everything, I realized how much you've been carrying. We never asked what it was costing you." She pulled another check from her purse, smaller than the last, $300. "It's not everything, but I told Brian, we are changing how we do things. This is part of it." Then something happened I never thought I'd see. Eric stood up and opened his banking app. He showed me a transaction, rent payment, sent directly from his own account. "I'm handling it from now on. It's long overdue." Then Mom said something I wasn't ready for. "I didn't know how much we leaned on you until it all fell apart. I think I told myself it was because you had more. But now I see we took more because we thought we could. And that's worse." Dad was the last to speak, calm, clear. "I should have spoken up that day. I saw what Claire said and I said nothing because I didn't want to see it. But you're right. We made you carry too much for too long. That's done now." I looked at them, all of them, not just what they said, but how they said it. No defense, no spin. "I'm not coming on the next trip," I said. "Not because I'm angry, but because I need to see this change hold. I need to know this wasn't just a good performance." No one protested. Claire nodded. Eric said, "That's fair." Mom looked sad, but she didn't argue. Before they left, Dad stood up and said, "Next vacation we plan with you. Not around you, and we split everything. No exceptions." They left quietly. No jokes, no lightness, just understanding. When the door closed, I sat down and exhaled, not from relief, from release. For the first time, they'd seen the version of me I kept buried under obligations, the version who could say no, who could walk away, who could demand better. And they listened. That was new, and it felt solid. 3 months passed. It was the quietest summer I'd ever had. No frantic texts about reservations, no last-minute demands for me to book something since you're already online, no panicked calls from Eric about overdraft fees or Claire asking if I could just cover this one thing and she'll pay me back next month. I spent most weekends hiking, reading, or just walking around the city. I didn't know anyone, my time, my schedule, or my wallet. It felt strange at first, like I was ghosting a job I never applied for. But after a while, it started to feel like something I hadn't felt in years, freedom. They went on a short trip in June without me, a lake house, nothing fancy. Claire texted a picture of the kids by the water, everyone in hoodies, hair a mess, no filters, no captions, just missed you. Wasn't the same. And I believed her. A week later, Eric texted me a screenshot of a bank transfer. He made a full rent payment from his own account. Took a second job. Working weekends. Not fun, but you were right about all of it. I didn't respond right away. Not because I was mad, just taking it in. Then one evening, Dad called, "We want to plan a vacation. This time we're doing it right. No assumptions. No, you've got it. Equal shares. Every penny split." I didn't say yes. I didn't say no either. I said I'd think about it. And for once, that answer was enough for him. 2 weeks after that, something even more unexpected happened. I came home from work to find a padded envelope in my mailbox. No return address. Inside was a simple card, handwritten, "You always made things special for us. We never said thank you, so we're trying to catch up." Taped inside was a gift card to a bookstore I'd once mentioned I loved, in passing, months ago, during a dinner no one seemed to care about at the time. I found out later it was from Claire. That weekend, I got another text, this time from Mom, "Dinner Sunday, just us. If you're free." I went. Same house, same table, same oversweet iced tea, but everything else different. Claire brought dessert. Eric brought wine. Dad actually helped with the dishes without being asked. No one made a single joke about money or schedules or how easy my life must be. And Mom, she didn't hover. She didn't try to smooth things over or steer conversations away from tension. She just looked across the table at me and said, "We're glad you're here." And then came the surprise. Toward the end of the night, Dad cleared his throat and handed me a thin manila folder. "This is for you." We had a talk, all of us. We figured it was time. I opened it slowly, unsure what to expect. Inside was a document, a deed amendment. They'd added my name to the family cabin upstate, the one I helped renovate, the one I was never invited to unless something needed fixing or someone needed a ride. "It's part yours now," he said. "Not because you paid for so much, but because you've been carrying more than we knew for longer than we realized." For a moment, I didn't know what to say. Not because I needed the property, but because it wasn't about that. It was acknowledgement, tangible, real, quiet, and honest. After they left that night, I stood in the kitchen for a long time just holding that folder. They'd started to see me, not for what I could give, but for who I was. Not the backup, not the extra, not the guy they could always lean on without asking. Just Henry, their brother, their son, their equal. They're not perfect. They still interrupt each other, still overcook the chicken, still forget things I say sometimes. But now when we talk about vacations, I'm part of the conversation from the first message. Costs are split. No assumptions. Claire even asked if I wanted my own room or if I preferred a hotel nearby for some space. Eric offered to drive. Dad told me to send my availability first. It took a long time. It took pain. It took silence. It took drawing a line I wasn't sure I'd have the guts to hold. But now they listen. They ask. They respect. And for the first time in my adult life, I can say this without hesitation. I don't feel used anymore. I feel home. The next time we all sat down to plan something, it wasn't at my expense. We gathered at Claire's place, and she handed out a spreadsheet with costs already broken down evenly. Eric brought a notebook, an actual notebook with notes on transportation and meal planning. Mom brought old photos from past trips, and Dad, for once, didn't try to take control. He looked at me halfway through and said, "You good with this?" And I was. For the first time, I really was.